Hello and welcome to this podcast of Pipeline to Profitability. I'm Alan Ferguson, and today I have another very, very special guest, someone that been very close to me over the years, Brent Crowley. And Brent is a marketing automation specialist. And one of the taglines from Brent is, "It's your hidden gold mine and your secret weapon." So a little bit about Brent. He has specialized in trade services for almost 15 years. He's passionate about sales, marketing, and automation. He loves flat rate pricing. He's worked with major multi-million-dollar trades businesses in Australia. He's helped many smaller ones too, and doubling and tripling their revenue. Wow. In 2013, Brent and his business partner started It Just Happens. Brent's innovative approach to marketing automation will give you return on investment you never dreamed possible. So, Brent, over to you. And what's your secret weapon, my man?
Well, thanks for that intro, Alan. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah, marketing automation is the secret weapon. It is a hidden gold mine. And I don't know how many tradies I talk with during a year, but even though automation's become more of a common thing now, and it wasn't when we started. It was just people didn't know what it meant, but now it's the other way around. People are asking for it, and it is a secret weapon. Even now that it's people, know more about it, it's actually they've got to do something with it. They're typical tradies. They've got 1,000, 2,000. I've had some that have got 10, 20, 30, 40,000 names in their database. They're not doing anything, and it's gold. It's criminal actually that it sits there and they're spending crap loads of money on things like Google, etc. When there's something sitting right in front of them, so you can see I'm passionate about that stuff. And you mentioned flat rate. I am passionate about that too. And if guys get their flat rate right, their marketing's paid for. It doesn't matter how much they spend on their damn marketing to acquire customers, whether that's nurturing their database or acquiring new ones via Google or whatever they're doing. If they got their flat rate right, it'll pay for everything. So
sounds like you've learned from the right people over the years. So
I did.
You might like to talk about some of your history, because you've been involved in the trades. We went to school together. So,
yeah.
But you were introduced into the trades. You'll probably remember the year better than me. But look, marketing and marketing automation is definitely something that is not. When we talk to a lot of plumbers and electricians and HVAC technicians, and it's mainly business owners, and the marketing managers when we talk about marketing. But automation is probably, I wouldn't say it's the most talked about thing in the industry, but I'd like, besides, maybe talking a little bit about your history and where you learnt all this great marketing automation from, maybe we might dig into how this can benefit a trade service business.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of background. So where I first got my taste for marketing automation was with Alan, when we started using Keep, or Infusionsoft as it was called then. But prior to that, I've had a pretty long sales background, not so much focused on marketing, but a lot of sales, and I'm passionate about that stuff. And then when I saw the power of using automation to enhance that sales experience, it got me hooked, and to be honest, like when we first started doing that, I tended to overcomplicate crap with it, and now the opposite is so. The simpler you can keep it, the better. And anyway, so we had some bit of success there with that when we started doing the customer nurturing there. And then when we went out on our own, we extended that a bit further. So it started linking it up to job scheduling systems, that sort of thing. So people didn't have to touch the stuff. It's just they touch something once, and then it just magic happens in the background, and all of a sudden quotes are getting followed up, or SMSs are getting sent out, and these leads are coming in without them having to really lift a finger. And you know, it's since extended from just that to like automation in general. Like we've done things with, we're linking up all sorts of things, phone systems, SMS systems. The crowd just recently, they're a builder, and they've got all these work orders coming in from a third party, and so we automated all that. So it's like a silent salesman sitting in the background there that doesn't take sickies, that works 24/7. There's no superannuation you've got to pay for, or healthcare or anything like that. It just works, you know. Even if it's just viewed like that without the marketing ROI, it's worth gold that way, you know. Yeah, I mean, I can talk all day about this.
Well, I'm not going to let you, because this is a 25-minute podcast. So
yeah.
I'll let you probably talk for another 20 minutes. I just want to, you mentioned Infusionsoft, and we'll double back to that. It's now called Keep. But so one thing that I've observed over the years, and watching the amount of companies that have been currently sold, private equity, and groups buying up a lot of companies in the US, not so much in Australia, but that will happen. That's the companies that are gobbling up all the well-run companies over here in the US. They look. I'm not an expert in this area. I will get some people on the podcast that can maybe go into a little bit more depth there, but I see the value. I was with a contractor yesterday, and I'm talking about the value in most businesses, not if all businesses, is in the database.
Totally.
And the amount of contractors I talk to that are not really doing anything with that database. And then when a consolidator or someone buys a company, they the first thing they go to is the client list, and then they aggressively target that. And so I did mention Infusionsoft because that's the product that I invested, you know, with you. Sent you to the training back probably around 2010. Then my daughter Taylor, who is also an Infusionsoft expert in my view, and I hear from and in a roundabout way, I'm getting back to Infusionsoft. I hear from so many people that say they nickname it Confusionsoft and it's complicated, and you've heard that before. But I'd like to dig into that. We're using Infusionsoft in our coaching business, and I think it's an amazing product. It's not the easiest product to use, but I'm going to let you're the expert, not me. I invested in you to learn Infusionsoft as well, Taylor. But let's maybe talk about the product and maybe, and there's lots of other products out there, but the whole concept behind marketing automation, and it ties into CRM and all that. So back to you, my friend.
All right. Well, but what you said about the values in that database, so I'll just touch on that before I go to the Infusionsoft thing. It is so true. I had this experience in Queensland a little while back where this guy owned this air conditioning electrical company. He didn't value his damn database, you know, and he was going to sell it. And I said, I put him through this exercise of just quick me asking a few questions, whatever. And I said, you know, like, of this 5,000 people you got in this database, you've spent at least $100 on each of those names to acquire them, at least. You know, so straight away there's $500,000 there sitting that you're not valuing. And it made a difference to his sale price when he changed his thinking that way. So that's the way people got to view their database. And using something like Keep, and yes, when it was Infusionsoft, it was called Confusionsoft, probably for good reason. However, most of the tradies that we deal with, they don't even touch the damn thing. We just do it in the background, and that's the way they like it. You know, they don't need to know the nuts and bolts and all the minutiae. They just want to know, okay, if we're going to use this, are we going to get that out at the other end? And if someone does want to learn a bit more about it, yeah, we'll take them through that process. No worries. But I would say 90% of them don't, you know, and it is powerful. It's become even more powerful now. Yeah, and then all you need to do is get a list of names out of your job scheduling system or whatever there, plonk them in. We can help you do it. And then we set up all the campaigns, quote follow-ups, quarterly SMS campaigns. SMS is underutilized big time, Alan. I tell you, you know, we are getting, for every 100 SMS that gets sent out on behalf of our clients, that they're easily getting 1, 2, 3 jobs every time without fail, you know, and it's been proven over and over again. And we just automate it. Don't need to think about it. It's done.